Hi gang, here I am at the new digs in Yorkville, Illinois, and today is a rather cool but sunny day, and I shouldn't complain because I'm sure the weather is going to turn pretty nasty pretty quick here in the Chicagoland area. And what better time to start looking at indoor activities like playing games. Today I'm going to take a look at Exploding Kittens. It's a card game for 2 to 5 players and was exceptionally well backed on Kickstarter. So let's head inside and take a look at Exploding Kittens. And I've brought Exploding Kittens to the table. A card game for people who are into kittens and explosions and laser beams and sometimes goats. It's for ages 7 and up, 2 to 5 players. It takes 2 minutes to learn and about 15 minutes to play. And that is truth in advertising, folks, because it really only takes a couple of minutes to learn the rules. And even with 5 players, you'll be done in about 15 to 20 minutes. A little bit of background about Exploding Kittens. It's designed by Matthew Inman. That name's probably not going to ring a bell, but you might be very familiar with his webcomic, The Oatmeal. And it's also designed alongside with Elon Lee and Shane Small. This was a Kickstarter project that was, at the time of printing, the most backed Kickstarter project in Kickstarter history. Over 200,000 people backed this card game. This happens to be the Kickstarter exclusive box. And this box is unlike 99.9% of the boxes that you will run across of Exploding Kittens, and you'll find out why in just a sec. Looking at the back, just showing some examples of the card art by The Oatmeal. And we will open this up. And you just heard why this is the Kickstarter exclusive, and unlike 99.9% of the boxes out there, the box meows. Although this was the exclusive for Kickstarter backers, there are still some what they're calling first edition boxes available. The game does carry an MSRP of $18. You can get the exclusive first edition for $30. So if the meowing box is that important to you, you can get it for $30. For those out there who did back the Kickstarter and think to themselves, well, wait a second, these people didn't back Kickstarter. How come they get a meowing box? Well, the folks over at Exploding Kittens LLC wanted to make sure that all the backers got the exclusive, so they did print extras. So there's only a few probably still available through their web store. And if you're really, really upset that other people are going to get the exploding box, personally, I think you need to get a grip. So you're going to find inside just a little fold out of the rules that says, hey, don't read these rules. Reading is the worst way to learn how to play a game. Instead, go online and watch our instructional video. Which, of course, you can. And the rules are so easy, they take one side of this sheet. On the other side is just an example turn, a breakdown of the various different cards, and some special combos for a bit of an advanced game. This is a family-friendly game because the artwork is sort of silly, and of course no one's going to take seriously the idea of exploding kittens. This is a game of player elimination, though, so I should point that out. Folks who don't like to get knocked out of a game probably aren't going to dig Exploding Kittens, because it's kind of a card-based Russian roulette. There's only going to be one winner, one survivor. We'll just take a quick look at some of the artwork. A lot of it's pretty funny. Many of the cards have the same effect, but the artwork is going to be different. There are cards that you can pair up, which allow you to steal other people's cards. So for an example, we just saw the beard cat. Here's another beard cat. There's an exploding kitten, an attack card, diffuse card. Diffuse the exploding kitten via kitten therapy. Seeing the future, skipping your turn. Another exploding kitten. All the exploding kittens are a little bit different. And honestly, the artwork's pretty funny. Alright, so just taking a peek through. Put these back. Well, at least put them back down. Exploding Kittens is also available in a Not Safe for Work edition, and it says it's for ages 30 and up. Honestly, the gameplay is exactly the same. Nothing's changed. It's just the artwork, and the artwork isn't offensive or anything like that. So anybody who plays, let's say, Cards Against Humanity, there's nothing in this deck that's going to offend you, that's for sure. I'll move the box out of the way here. Setup is very easy. What you're going to do is you're going to remove the diffuse cards and the exploding kitten cards from the deck. There are 5 diffuse cards, 4 exploding kittens. Say for an example you're playing a 4-player game, then you're going to use 3 exploding kittens in the deck. 5-player game, you're going to use all the exploding kittens. You're going to take the remaining cards, like these, and shuffle them all together. You're going to deal out 4 cards to each of the players, and then each of the players also will receive a diffuse card. The diffuse card is the only card that will prevent you from exploding if you draw an exploding kitten card. And effectively, that's how you're knocked out of the game. If you draw an exploding kitten card, and you have absolutely no cards that you can play that are going to diffuse it, then you are out of the game. The remaining cards are used in a variety of different ways. So a skip card allows you to skip your turn, because at the end of your turn, you draw a card from the deck. If it's an exploding kitten card and you don't have a diffuse card, you're out of the game. There's a See the Future card, which allows you to take a look at the top 3 cards of the deck. You can't do anything with those 3 cards, you can look at them, and that will allow you an opportunity to plan your turn. You have an attack card, which when you play that, you end your turn, you don't draw a card, and then the next player has to take 2 turns. Cards like this that don't have any instructions on it, what you're doing is you're looking to collect these in pairs. You can play both cards together, play it as a pair, and you're able to randomly select a card from another player's hand. So, the Catermelon is another example. Skip, See the Future, and so on and so forth. Then we have the Nope card. So let's say for an example somebody plays an attack card on you. Well, you can say, nope, that tain't gonna happen, Dooley. So you would play that, you stop the action of another player, and for an example, let's say someone attacked another player and the Nope card gets played. Well, that attack fails, and the person who was attacking now has to complete their turn. They're going to have to draw that card. I will point out, 2 Nopes make a Yup. So, if somebody plays a Nope to block an attack and another person plays a Nope card, then yes, that attack will happen. And shuffle. You simply shuffle the draw pile. So for an example, let's say you played a See the Future card, and the card on top is an exploding kitten. You know you're going to have to draw that card. If you had the shuffle card, you could play that, shuffle the deck, and hope that after you've reshuffled, there's no exploding kitten on the top of the deck. Easy enough. Easy peasy, folks. Like I said, 2 minutes. You'll learn how to play the game. So now that I've looked at Exploding Kittens, what do I think of it? So what are my thoughts about Exploding Kittens from Exploding Kittens LLC? Personally, I think it's a fun game. It takes a couple of minutes to learn, takes 15 minutes to play tops, and that's even with 5 players in the game. You can also take a couple of decks and put them together, combine the two, and play up to 10 players, which is pretty cool for Exploding Kittens because it really is more of a party game, or a game that you're going to wind up or wind down a night of gaming. You've got the base set. You also have the not safe for work deck, which in reality, I don't think it's all that not safe for work. You'd have to be very, very sensitive to be overly offended by the not safe for work deck itself. I think Exploding Kittens is fast, it's fun, there is player elimination, so if you're not into that kind of thing, then you might not dig it as much. But keep in mind, the games are so quick that even if you get knocked out, you're not sitting around for a long time waiting to play another game. This isn't the sort of game that you're going to break out constantly. As I mentioned, it's pretty good for parties and get-togethers, and with all the holidays that are coming up, by all means, you'll be able to break it out and have some fun with your family, friends, and even the kids too, because it's such an easy game to learn. Personally, I'm giving Exploding Kittens an 8 out of 10. I think it's a good buy. $18 is a pretty low price point, and I think most people will have a lot of fun with it. Once again, this is Jeff McAleer. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to swing over to thegaminggang.com for all the latest in games and comics and movies and a whole bunch of geeky goodness. Until next time.